Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this occasion, we would like to present our group's presentations on research statistics F3 subject. So, our group is consisting of 3 members. The first is Judith, Ramadina, Rosetia, and then Putri Anandita, Diatayya, and then me, Hastin, Xirera. Okay, so here is the explanation. You can see our explanation here. Okay.
And now I want to present about the curve linear relationships. The term linear means straight line, and a linear relationship forms a pattern that follows one straight line. This is because in a linear relationship, as the x-scores increase, the y-scores tend to change in the only one direction. And then a relationship by drawing a line through the scatter plot. The line is called the regression line, while the correlation coefficient is the statistic that summarizes a relationship. The regression line is the line on a graph that summarizes the relationship. And then a negatively skewed distribution contains extreme low scores that have a low frequency but does not contain low frequency extreme high scores. The polygon shows negatively skewed distribution. On the other hand, a positively skewed distribution contains extreme high scores that have low frequency but doesn't contain low frequency extreme low scores. Usually, scores will tend to be rather low, but every once in a while, a person will fall asleep at the switch. And then in a positive linear relationship, as the x scores increase, the y scores also tend to increase. Thus, low x scores are paired with low y scores, and high x scores are paired with high y scores. Any relationship that fits the pattern, the more x, the more y, is a positive linear relationship. Okay, that's all for me. Putri Anandita, Diatayya.
Then I am Hastin Xirera. I would like to explain the answers of question number 2. As we can see here, the question is, indicate whether it is a positive linear, negative linear, or non-linear relationship. Okay, so in this part, we have to decide, we have to indicate what kind of relationship of the given statements. Let's start in part A. The question is, the quality performance Y increase with increased arousal X up to an optimal level. Then quality of performance decreases with increased arousal. So, I put the illustrations of the graphic here, as we can see, and then here's the answer. So our group's answer is nonlinear relationship. Why? Because, let me explain. as you can see from the first statement. Quality performance Y increase. It means that this scatter plot is increased, right? The data is increased. And then while and with the increase of arousal X. So here Y and X is increased. Both of them is increasing, right? So here is the graphic, the scatter plot we can see here. And then until here in the optimal level, the quality performance or Y is decreased, right? We can see here. So the data is decreasing, right? From 7 until 1. It means that it is decreasing. But the arousal is increased, right? As we can also see here, the optimal level is 5 and then it increased into 10, right? So in the second statement said that the y value is decreasing, meanwhile the x value is increasing. So we can decide or we can summarize that the data of this graphic or this scatter plot cannot be summarized by one straight only, right? Because it needs more than one straight, so we cannot decide or we cannot summarize the data. That's why it is called as non-linear relationship. And also, the other name of nonlinear relationship is curvilinear relationship. That's why, because the data cannot summarize but by only one straight. Because the first statement said that y and x, both of them is increasing, but then after reaching the optimal level, the y value is decreasing, meanwhile the x value is constantly increasing. It's different, so we cannot summarize the data. Okay, good. Now, here is the question of part B. Overweight people or X are less healthy or Y. So, here it means that overweight people less healthy. It means that there is the data is not constantly or the box of data doesn't have same error, right? Because as we can see here, X data is increasing. Here is the graphic. X data is increasing, right? For example, the data is start from 0 until 8. So it is increasing. But the Y data is less. Less means that it is decreasing, right? From 100 into 20. So it is decreasing. So the part B, we can indicate that the relation is negative relationship, because the score of Y is decreasing, meanwhile the score of X is increasing. And then let's see part C question. As number of minutes of exercise increasing at each week, dieting individuals lose more pounds. So this case is the same as B, right? Because the X value is increasing, but the Y value is decreasing. So the answer is also negative relationship. And then part D, the number of bears in an area Y decreases. So the number of bears is decreases. We can illustrate, for example, there are 100 bears and then decrease into 20 bears only as the area becomes increasingly populated by humans. So the X data is increasing, right? Because it becomes increasingly populated. For example, when there are 100 bears, just one person inhabited in that area. But when the bears is decreasing into 20, the humans, the population in that area increasing from one person only into 8 people inhabited in here and there. So the data is we call as negative relationship because as the value of y is decreasing, but meanwhile the value of x is increasing. That's it. So for part B, C, and D, they have the same answers, namely negative relationship. So maybe that's all the explanation from me and also from our group. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.